Yo, hello everybody, welcome back to the Art of Affiliate Management, the video podcast about how to run successful a program, how to do successful affiliate management, all this kind of stuff. We are here in Malta at the Sigma conference. We have the favor of online IPS billing solution to give us this little boost for recording this podcast. And this podcast is, by the way, presented by MaxWeb, one of the leading CPA networks in the world. Especially when you are running VSLs, you should definitely have a look at them. Okay, and today is with me, I would say, the record holder in making speeches and podcasts in the industry. I mean, I'm a fame bitch, but I only have the silver medal because Vasilii from Richads.
Thank you, buddy.
The guy is everywhere. He's really everywhere. It's like Kim Kardashian 10 years ago. You could not get rid of him. But I'm always happy because he has always good stuff to share. So
nice
thanks for joining here.
Yeah,
and we speak today about content marketing and how content marketing is building your personal brand, but also how it's affecting the brand of the company that you represent. For the people that don't know you, what is literally impossible, but maybe somebody just started working in this industry yesterday and have not seen you. Please introduce yourself and Richads.
Yeah, sure. First of all, Stefan, thank you for the invitation. It's such a pleasure to be here with you once again. We do it once again. Awesome. My name is Vasilii Gamov. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Richads at Tech Holding, and I have about 12 years of experience in different industries: iGaming, crypto, finances, Nutra supplements, even some Forex and so on and so on. I can go on with it. Right now in Richads, we are traffic source. We work with push ads, pop ads, native ads, banner ads, direct click traffic, and many more. We have about 5 billion impressions daily all over the world. So this is the point. And what we do, and I think why I am here, the main reason, we do a lot of content, educational content on our YouTube blog, and we do speeches, we do panel discussions, and we're also excited every time to share the knowledge with the market, to share our experience, and to inspire everyone.
So, what was the reason why you started that much content? Because I think there is really no company out there in the performance marketing space, beside, let's say, conferences that use it, that is generating that much content than you. Where was the point where you said, this is our strategy?
The point was there when I optimized main marketing channels. I mean media buying, I mean PR activities, I mean conferences and so on. The idea was what to do next and how to attract affiliates in the long term, not in the short term, like getting profit today and who cares about tomorrow. It's very important on our market to think in long term. So that's what we invested in. First of all, we started our blog about 3 or maybe even 4 already years ago, and we see it's growing. We see it provides us with more and more leads, deposits, and so on. We see the audience is really involved in these processes. And what we decided to do about 2 years ago to relaunch our YouTube channel, where we invite specialists from iGaming industry, from affiliate industry. We have roundtables, webinars, speeches and so on. But the question was why? Because I believe the main approach here is to share your experience, share education, because unfortunately some of us think our industry quite big, but I believe it's still too small, and we need new faces, new people to enter the market. We need to provide managers of different level with more experience, because unfortunately there are a lot of inexperienced guys still. So we are ready to share our knowledge, and we think it's the best approach to share something first of all, and after that you can talk business, create new communications, new activities and so on.
When you are generating so much content, especially for new guys, is there not a risk or a problem that you attract hundreds of people that are clueless and just stealing the time of your account managers until you find and maybe 1 or 2 years later the golden nugget there?
For our company, it's not an issue because we have changed our customer service about 1.5 years ago. We changed it from usual affiliate management, when one guy managing like cold sales, warm sales, like marketing, optimization, and so on. We changed this model to another one, and we have sales guys, we have guys who helps with onboarding of our clients, and we have guys separately who works only on optimization. So we divided it in different streams. So we are ready to help. We are ready to provide help for newbies, for experts, and so on. So it's not an issue for us. It still may be an issue for other companies, and that's what we can discuss also. But that works like that. I think you should invite to the industry more and more newbies, because you never know who will be like profitable one, successful one, and if you have some knowledge, you should share it, because it's like sharing times nowadays. We have sharing economy, we have sharing companies, and so on. So I think it's a good idea to be modern.
I mean, there is even such a big swinger community, so people are sharing their partners as well. So
Yeah.
why not also in the business? So would you even say that your entire management of partners is practically following what the content marketing is doing? So you practically have now restructured 1.5 years ago
Yeah.
your approach of sales and management after you start the content. Was it needed because you got like this crazy amount of signups from newbies, or was it anyway to do it?
You should do it not only because of a crazy amount of newbies. We have like a lot of new registrations and clients and partners, and it's growing permanently, I would say. But first of all, you need to have a good attitude to your business, and to think, as I mentioned before, long term. So you need to provide different clients on different stages with different services. For example, one guy cannot be, it's like, I would say, rare on the market when one guy is good sales manager, is good in digits, in data analytics, in campaign optimizations. It's so hard to combine it in one employee.
Especially if it's a good sales.
Yeah, because some guys prefer to make sales, some guys prefer to work with digits, numbers, and so on. That's why we divided it. So it's not connected because of that. It's just good approaches in this part of business. In this part of business, we just try to improve the whole infrastructure.
And is there something like a specific content where you say like, this is the most valuable for our people that are watching it, this is the most valuable for our company, this gives us the best return? What is at the moment the topics that makes the people go crazy?
For sure, unfortunately, I would say a lot of people look for money button in our industry. Like, okay, one click and I'm billionaire. It doesn't work like that, and we don't provide content like that. For sure, we share some case studies. We share our experience, how to launch campaigns, how to run them. We talk to industry leaders, experts about their way of launching business. The main focus right now is about companies. How do they do business? How do they educate their employees? How do they improve their processes? We talk about money, how to generate it, how to start from scratch, because when we talk about newbies, we don't talk only about like unexperienced young guys. We also talk about big investors with big money who I would say, for example, have some business in factories, facilities, or insurance or something, and not really connected to the industry, and they are looking for new industries to expand. So this is the content for them also. How to enter the industry in this part, how to invest money in it, how to get profits, and what to do. So there are like different newbies, I would say, with us. So we use different approaches with them.
If you are like, it doesn't matter if you're a company or a brand or if you are like a person yourself. I have a very small channel. I have to say that. So thank you everybody watching it. You are 100 people or whatever it is. You have like 50 times more. What is a strategy for a person that starts with content marketing or that already does it, but not so successful, to grow this channel?
First of all, I would like to say that your channel is quite awesome. Also, I like it, I admire it, because you share your experience, you share your attitude and vision of the market. That's the most important thing. The main advice here is provide the audience with as much content as possible. It's not be like water, but you need to share as much experience as you can. You need to make regular publications at least several times a week.
Several
times a week, I would say. It's not only about YouTube channel, also about blog, about TikTok, Reels, whatever, any new platform is just awesome. It provides you with huge amount of views nowadays. So I missed the question. What was it about?
What was it about? So it was about an advice how somebody that has a small channel or just starting out with content marketing, how to grow it.
Yeah, I catch it. So first of all, regular posting. For sure, at first time you will get million of views. Luckily, you may be the one who get it, but it's not like the rule on the market. The main rule is provide with a lot of content, and every time you give market the new content, you should try to improve at least one little thing. And there, step by step, little by little, you will improve your content in a huge way, and you will have a big amount of videos, articles, or whatever. So the main approach is just continue doing it, sharing expertise, and that's it. There are no magic, no tricks. For sure, you need to work with industry leaders, with influencers. You need to make cross-promotional activities, because, as I mentioned, our industry is not so big. So 15,000 subscribers we have, and we have about 3 or 5K views in average on some videos. On some, the biggest video, we had an interview in Riga. We had about 17K views, which is not big in if we talk about YouTube in general, but it's quite good enough for our industry. So don't expect big digits here, big views in our industry, because it's small. But why it works good? All these views, they're from our colleagues, from our employees, from our partners, from our clients, and so on. So this every view can bring you some profit, can bring you some knowledge. It can write you on LinkedIn, Telegram, whatever you prefer, share some knowledge, create some content together. So this is the main ways and the main vision how to combine it. Nothing special, no secrets, no magic, just hard and smart work.
And you said one of your targets is with every video to improve, or with every piece of content to make it a bit better than the last one.
Yes.
What were the most important findings that you had, where you said okay, now my content, you make it now a few years. So when you look at your first videos and your videos now, what were the biggest improvements that you made?
First of all, probably it may be difficult to improve your content in part of knowledge significantly in a short period of time, because you need to have this expertise, you need to gain this expertise, so it usually takes time. But what you are able to improve right here, right now, every person can do it, is technical stuff. What I mean? To hold your micro in a correct way, to set up your camera in correct way.
To have a nice tripod like you provided, not the one that I have.
Yeah, to use nice microphones, to take care about the light, about the things in your video and so on. So that is what you can improve today. Just do it. And little by little, when I watch our first videos, I see bad quality of video. It's not a high quality format or something, so you need to buy a camera, invest in it, or your new phone, or just put some options on your camera to make it better. You need to invest also your time. Generally, you're investing your time. It will not bring you profits right now, but in long term it will work for you. So improve technical stuff first, and then go for content, then go for collaborations, and so on.
So this is now about podcasts and blogs and so on. And theoretically, everybody can do that super easy. Theoretically, everybody has a phone. Theoretically, everybody can sit down and make a script. Now, the bigger challenge, and I have the feeling most of the people want to do that, is public speaking. I also posted now content that is going in the direction how to survive your first panel, how to become a better speaker, or how to make your first speech, with all the things that I learned. I mean, I make also around 20 speeches, plus I would say around the same amount of panels per year. You make more. What you would recommend to somebody that wants to go on stage and never did it?
As I mentioned, the approach is quite similar. You should have to improve your technical stuff first. That means you should be prepared. Unfortunately, I see some cases when somebody is invited to a panel or to make a speech, and I really see that he didn't tested it. He didn't try to do it at home, train his speech or her speech, whatever. So first of all, you need to have a proper preparation here, because you're a newbie in it. You don't know this all technical stuff. You don't know how to speak, what to speak about, how to make it interesting to your audience. You don't know about it. Generally, nobody know about it in the very beginning. So what you need to do is to get some courses at least, and to get some knowledge how to do it, how to provide public speaking. So try to get some education, at least at the very beginning. This is the first point. And the second point, how to do it in a fast way, how to become a good speaker in a fast way, yeah? This is also the question here. It's as simple as that. If you are wanting to be an expert in something, just do it many times in a row. One speech per year is not enough. You mentioned 20 speeches. Awesome. I had 8 speeches during the last months. Yeah. So you need to train. Just continue that. Continue that constantly. This is the main approach, and this will give you the vision and the right good attitude.
Now, when you go on stage and speech, are you still nervous sometimes, or is this not the case anymore?
I feel nervous, just a little bit less, I would say. For sure, sometimes I'm kind of nervous because of new audience, because of new conference, because of new subject for me or topic. I would say it's quite difficult about topic because I have 12 years experience in marketing, so I know a lot about it. But still, yes, sure, just put it some here, get in front of your audience, say hello, make a joke if you can do it. If you're not a joker, not a funny guy, not an issue also. If you're not good in jokes, don't make jokes at all. It will be even worse. It will be even worse. Never work.
Yeah. I try to plan some jokes, and when I sit at home with a different mindset, I'm like, I will be killing it, and then I make the joke, and they look at me like, what the fuck? And I think I'm a funny guy, but not when it's planned.
Yeah, you cannot be funny for everyone. You're not like a stand-up comedian or something. So if you are, for sure, make stand-up comedy, that's fine also. But probably you are not in the very beginning. That's fine. Provide the audience with the expertise and try not to make it boring, because unfortunately sometimes I see speeches or presentations like that. We have digits and blah blah blah, regulations, law, blah blah blah. And I saw people in the audience that start snoring a little bit, you know. So don't overload with data. Share digits, share knowledge, but not to make the whole picture based on it. Base it on your experience, on advices, how to improve the situation. You are here to share experience. You are here to help potential audience to solve their issues, tasks, and problems in their companies. So try to do it short, try to do it fast, smart, and that is the approach.
When you are, this is now really as a person. If you are a company and you maybe don't have somebody for this, there are companies where everybody working there is too shy to do that. I mean, For example, now when I was in Milano, I made there my speech, and I was announced there by a very good friend of mine. The guy was never doing any public speaking, but he owns companies and everything, but there is practically nobody that can do a speech. So he was like more nervous to announce me. If you see this, Marius, I love you, and you announced me so nice, so next time you have to make a full speech. But he was so nervous to go up just to make the announcement.
Yes.
What you do as a company when you don't have anybody that wants to appear? Shall you simply focus then on something like writing blog posts, or you maybe outsource it to somebody? I mean, when I was now in Athens, for example, a company, of course, I consult them also, so it's not like somebody is like completely new to me, but they outsource practically the speaking part to me. What is a good approach?
Yeah, first of all, you mentioned it was hard to start the speech and so on. Just the main advice: don't be afraid, do it. It will be hard. First steps are always hard. Just make them, and all the further steps will be much more easier. This is the first point. And if we talk about companies who has not employees like Speaky, I would say there are several ways how to manage it. First way is to hire someone who is good enough in it, to hire it in-house or something like part-time. Also a good approach. For sure, it will be the best idea to have it in-house, because it can gain your internal expertise, much more experience, and base its speeches, roundtables, interviews, whatever, on the data. But it still works. If you need to have a promotions, you can work with public speakers, because mostly public speakers also have this foundation basement. They have knowledge, they're here and ready to help. For example, I know like yours experience that you help some companies with it. I saw cases presented by you for the companies. It was awesome. Why not? It's also an approach. If you're a small company, new company, you are not to invest like some money and time, and you would like to be announced soon, like in a short-term period, why not hire some public speakers? I know that like a lot of them open to such proposals, to such opportunities. You, me, a lot of guys here at Sigma in Malta, we have here something like 150 or even more speakers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sure you're able to find someone who can manage your campaigns. So, two ways to hire and train someone in-house. It will work long-term, or if you need short-term, just get someone from the market. Why not? It also works.
So when do you do it yourself? What is a good strategy to get a gig as a speaker? Because it's also not, there are conferences where they say like, okay, everybody is welcome. Or they say like, everybody is welcome that is sponsoring. But what is a good approach to get like a good speaking slot, especially if you are not that well known?
Good speaking slot, you mean like not the last day, last presentation, last call?
I would say first day, first presentation at 9 in the morning is even worse.
I would say, as I know, there are still two ways. Yeah, you can try to pay to some guys who like set up these meetups or conferences a big amount of money for these opportunities. I know like there are cases like that, but to be honest, I wouldn't advise to do it, because you will gain this slot, you will be the first of the first, yeah, lucky one, and most probably if it's your first speech ever, I would say most probably it will be kind of shitty. I'm sorry, but it's like truth of the life. What you need to do is to head, as I mentioned, to have several trainings, to work on your speaking, to work on your data analysis, on your expertise, and so on. So don't hunt for first positions with your first speeches. Gain at least some opportunities to start it. It doesn't matter. Will it be in the beginning of the conference, in the end, in the middle, in the early morning when everyone drinking coffee, trying to get well after party last night, or in the end of the day when everyone is leaving for flights or something. This is an opportunity for you to train yourself. So start with it. And I know there are like big conferences like Sigma, for example. For sure, these guys require some experience, some background, because here is like 30 or 40,000 people attended it already. So it's big, and for sure they require speakers with good background. But there are a lot of smaller conferences, there are a lot of meetups all around the world. You are able to find something and to speak there. Yes, it will be for free at the very beginning. It will. You will need to negotiate it. You will need to provide these guys with some information about you. But this is an opportunity. Try it.
I mean, with the time you are getting in the database of the different organizers, you deliver something nice. You have other people that are speaking, that are recommending. Like you recommended me for Greece. And for Israel, it was like you and another friend, also a very appreciated speaker, that recommended me there. So you have to climb up the career. You would not recommend me to speak in Greece when you would never hear me. When we just meet at the beer house and I say I want to speak, you would not put your reputation. I have people that ask me this, and I put them into panels. Because there can go nothing wrong. If the person is just sitting there and not saying one word, they forget that this person was there.
Yeah. Panels is a good approach. Also, it's much more easier to speak during the panel in comparison when you like have your own speech. Yeah, that's a good advice, good approach, I would say.
Okay, cool, man. We don't want to overload the people, but I think
we already did it.
And I think everybody that has it inside them should try it. Go to small meetups, make your own little videos, no matter what topic you have.
Networking also crucial point here, as you mentioned.
To make the connections with the decision makers for it. And I hope to see a lot of new faces on the stage in the future. Otherwise, you only have Vasilii and me. And there are like 2-3 other people that put their ass in every camera. Okay, brother.
Thank you for the invitation.
And thank you, Online IPS, for providing us the booth. And thank you, MaxWeb, for sponsoring this episode. Have a good one. Ciao.
See ya.